Little House on the Prairie remains one of television's most beloved family dramas, remembered for its warmth, heartfelt stories, and timeless lessons about love, resilience, and family. Set on the American frontier, the series followed the Ingalls family and the people of Walnut Grove through hardship, simple joys, and the challenges of everyday life. Today, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, unforgettable characters, and the remarkable lives and careers they built, while also honoring the beloved actors who are no longer with us. Let's return to Walnut Grove, where family bonds, childhood adventures, lasting friendships, difficult losses, and unforgettable moments made the series a cherished part of television history. Michael Landon brought warmth, strength, and heartfelt sincerity to Charles Ingalls, the devoted father whose courage and compassion became the emotional center of the story. Born Eugene Maurice Orowitz on the 31st of October 1936 in Forest Hills, New York, he was 37 when audiences first saw him as Pa in the 1974 television pilot. With his gentle humor, steady presence, and deeply emotional performances, Landon made Charles feel less like an idealized pioneer and more like a real father, protective, imperfect, hardworking, and fiercely devoted to his family. His influence reached far beyond acting. He also served as executive producer, writer, and director, helping shape the series' intimate tone and enduring values. Already famous as Little Joe Cartwright on Bonanza, he later created and starred in Highway to Heaven. In 1991, Landon was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He died on July 1 that year, at age 54. His legacy lives on through a character whose kindness, resilience, and love still resonate with generations of viewers. Victor French brought rugged warmth, humor, and genuine tenderness to Isaiah Edwards, the rough-edged frontiersman whose loyalty made him one of Walnut Grove's most beloved figures. Born Victor Edwin French on the 4th of December 1934 in Santa Barbara, California, he was 39 when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his booming voice, weathered presence, and effortless chemistry with Michael Landon, French gave Edwards a perfect balance of toughness and vulnerability. Beneath the beard, drinking, and playful humor was a deeply compassionate man who treated the Ingalls family as his own. French also worked behind the camera, directing numerous episodes and helping shape the emotional spirit of the series. The son of actor and stuntman Ted French, he built his career through westerns such as Gunsmoke, before later reuniting with Landon as Mark Gordon in Highway to Heaven. After being diagnosed with lung cancer in 1989, Victor French died in Los Angeles on June 15 that year, at age 54. His warmth, humor, and unforgettable friendship with Charles Ingalls remain an enduring part of his legacy. Catherine McGregor brought sharp humor, theatrical energy, and unforgettable personality to Harriet Olison, the outspoken shopkeeper whose gossip, pride, and dramatic outbursts made her one of Walnut Grove's most memorable residents. Born Dorley Dean McGregor on the 12th of January, 1925, in Glendale, California, she was 49 when audiences first saw her in the role in 1974. With her expressive reactions, impeccable comic timing, and wonderfully exaggerated delivery, McGregor transformed Harriet from a simple antagonist into a character viewers loved to dislike. Beneath the vanity and sharp tongue, she occasionally revealed insecurity and vulnerability, giving Mrs. Olison surprising depth. Before television fame, McGregor spent years developing her craft on Broadway, off-Broadway, and regional stages in New York. She remained closely identified with Harriet throughout her life, a testament to how completely she made the character her own. Catherine McGregor died in Woodland Hills, California, on the 13th of November 2018, at the age of 93. Her legacy endures through a performance that brought laughter, frustration, and unmistakable color to every scene she entered. Richard Bull brought patience, warmth, and understated humor to Nels Olison, the gentle shopkeeper whose calm nature provided the perfect contrast to his outspoken wife, Harriet. Born Richard William Bull on the 26th of June 1924 in Zion, Illinois, he was 50 when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his soft-spoken delivery, thoughtful expressions, and quiet sense of decency, Bull made Nels feel like one of Walnut Grove's most dependable and sympathetic residents. Though often caught between Harriet's strong personality and the chaos surrounding his family, Nels remained kind, fair-minded, and deeply devoted to those he loved. Before becoming closely associated with the role, Bull had already built a long television career, including a regular part as Dr. Doc in Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, along with appearances in Perry Mason, Mission Impossible, and numerous other series. Richard Bull died in Woodland Hills, California, on the 3rd of February 2014, at the age of 89, after being hospitalized with pneumonia. His legacy endures through a performance defined by quiet strength, gentle humor, and a humanity that made Nels Olesen impossible not to like. Kevin Hagen brought kindness, patience, and reassuring authority to Dr. Hiram Baker, the trusted physician whose compassion made him an essential part of life in Walnut Grove. Born Kevin Charles Hagen on the 3rd of April 1928 in Chicago, Illinois. He was 46 when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his gentle voice, thoughtful manner, and calm presence, Hagen made Doc Baker feel like far more than the town doctor. He became a friend, advisor, and source of comfort whenever illness or tragedy struck the community. The role was a striking contrast to many of Hagen's earlier television appearances, where he frequently played villains in westerns such as Gunsmoke, Bonanza, and The Rifleman. Before acting, he studied international relations, attended law school, served in the U.S. Navy, and worked for the State Department in West Germany. Hagen remained closely associated with Dr. Baker for nearly a decade. After battling esophageal cancer, Kevin Hagen died at his home in Grants Pass, Oregon, on the 9th of July, 2005, at age 77. His legacy endures through a character remembered for wisdom, warmth, and unwavering dedication to others. Dabbs Greer brought warmth, wisdom, and quiet moral strength to Reverend Robert Alden, the compassionate minister whose steady presence made him one of Walnut Grove's most trusted figures. Born Robert William Greer on the 2nd of April, 1917, in Fairview, Missouri, he was 57 when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his gentle voice, thoughtful expressions, and natural sincerity, Greer made Reverend Alden feel less like a distant authority figure and more like a caring neighbor who understood the struggles of ordinary families. Whether officiating weddings, comforting people through loss, or offering guidance during difficult moments, he gave the character dignity without ever making him feel overly solemn. Greer was already one of television's most experienced character actors, appearing in hundreds of episodes of shows including Gunsmoke, Perry Mason, and The Adventures of Superman. Late in his career, he also memorably played the elderly Paul Edgecombe in The Green Mile. Dabbs Greer died in Pasadena, California, on the 28th of April, 2007, at age 90, after battling kidney and heart disease. His legacy endures through a performance remembered for kindness, decency, and reassuring humanity. Merlin Olsen brought strength, warmth, and quiet sincerity to Jonathan Garvey, the hardworking farmer whose loyalty and gentle nature made him one of Walnut Grove's most dependable figures. Born Merlin J. Olsen on the 15th of September 1940 in Logan, Utah, he was 36 when audiences first saw him in the role in September 1977. With his imposing frame, calm voice, and natural kindness, Olsen gave Garvey the presence of a tough frontier man while revealing the tenderness of a devoted husband, father, and friend. He appeared in more than 50 episodes, forming a memorable friendship with Charles Ingalls and carrying several deeply emotional storylines. Remarkably, acting was only one chapter of Olsen's extraordinary career. Before television, he spent 15 seasons as a defensive tackle for the Los Angeles Rams, earned 14 Pro Bowl selections, and was later inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He also starred in Father Murphy and became a respected football broadcaster. Merlin Olsen died in Duarte, California, on the 11th of March, 2010, at age 69, after battling mesothelioma. His legacy endures as both a sports legend and a gentle giant whose warmth made Jonathan Garvey unforgettable. Hersha Parody brought warmth, courage, and emotional depth to Alice Garvey, the devoted wife and mother whose strength made her one of Walnut Grove's most memorable residents. Born Betty Sandhoff on the 25th of May 1945 in Berea, Ohio, she was 32 when audiences first saw her as Alice in 1977, after previously appearing in a different role as Eliza Ann Ingalls. With her gentle manner, expressive presence, and natural sincerity, Prairie gave Alice a believable mixture of tenderness and determination. Her chemistry with Merlin Olsen helped make the Garvey family an important part of the community, while her character's tragic death in a devastating school fire became one of the series' most heartbreaking and unforgettable moments. Before television fame, Prairie developed her craft in regional theater and performed opposite John Voight in a touring production of A Streetcar Named Desire. She later appeared in shows including Mannix, The Waltons, and Keenan and Kel. Hersha Prairie died in Norfolk, Virginia, on the 23rd of August, 2023, at age 78, after battling a brain tumor. Her legacy endures through a performance remembered for compassion, resilience, and genuine humanity. Karl Swenson brought wisdom, warmth, and quiet dignity to Lars Hansen, the respected founder of Walnut Grove, whose steady presence helped give the community its sense of history and belonging. Born on the 23rd of July, 1908, in Brooklyn, New York, he was 66 when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his rugged appearance, gentle humor, and reassuring manner, Swenson made Hansen feel like more than a mill owner. He was a trusted elder who cared deeply about the town he had helped build. Long before joining the series, Swenson had established a remarkable career in radio, theater, film, and television, appearing in Gunsmoke, Bonanza, The Birds, and The Sons of Katie Elder. He was also the voice of Merlin in Disney's The Sword and the Stone. Karl Swenson died suddenly of a heart attack on the 8th of October, 1978, at the age of 70. In a poignant coincidence, his final appearance as Lars Hansen aired just 8 days after his death. His legacy endures through a character remembered for kindness, leadership, and a deep devotion to the community he called home. Steve Tracy brought intelligence, tenderness, and understated humor to Percival Dalton, the soft-spoken young man whose arrival transformed Nellie Oleson in one of the series' most memorable character arcs. Born Stephen Crumrain on the 3rd of October 1952 in Canton, Ohio, he was 27 when audiences first saw him in the role in May 1980. With his gentle manner, quick wit, and natural chemistry with Alison Arngrim, Tracy made Percival feel sincere and quietly confident. Rather than being intimidated by Nellie's temper, he challenged her with patience and honesty, gradually revealing the kinder, more vulnerable woman beneath her spoiled exterior. Before gaining recognition on television, Tracy studied at Kent State University, Los Angeles City College, and the Harvey Lembeck Comedy Workshop. He also appeared in The Jeffersons, Quincy, M.E., and National Lampoon's Class Reunion. Steve Tracy died in Tampa, Florida, on the 27th of November 1986, from complications related to AIDS. He was only 34. His legacy endures through a warm, memorable performance that helped give Nellie one of the most touching transformations in the story. Melissa Gilbert brought spirit, warmth, and emotional honesty to Laura Ingalls, the fiercely curious young girl whose journey from childhood to adulthood became the heart of the story. Born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on the 8th of May 1964 in Los Angeles, California, she was only 9 when she filmed the pilot in 1973 and 10 when the weekly series began in 1974. With her expressive eyes, natural energy, and remarkable chemistry with Michael Landon, Gilbert made Laura feel adventurous, stubborn, compassionate, and wonderfully real. Over 9 seasons, she grew up before audiences, appearing in 190 of the show's 204 episodes and carrying many of its most emotional storylines. Beyond Walnut Grove, Gilbert continued acting in television and film, later serving 2 terms as president of the Screen Actors Guild from 2001 to 2005. She also returned to the Prairie world on stage, playing Caroline Ingalls in the musical adaptation. As of August 2026, Melissa Gilbert is 62 years old. Her legacy remains inseparable from Laura, a character whose courage, imperfections, and boundless heart continue to resonate across generations. Karen Grassle brought warmth, resilience, and quiet emotional strength to Caroline Ma Ingalls, the devoted mother whose compassion helped hold the Ingalls family together through hardship and change. Born Karen Trust Grassle on the 25th of February, 1942, in Berkeley, California, she was 32 when audiences first saw her in the role in 1974. With her gentle voice, expressive eyes, and natural dignity, Grassle made Caroline feel both nurturing and remarkably strong, a woman capable of offering comfort while enduring the harsh realities of frontier life. Her chemistry with Michael Landon gave the Ingalls marriage a believable tenderness, while her thoughtful performance made Ma one of television's most enduring maternal figures. Before reaching a wide television audience, Grassle studied drama at the University of California, Berkeley, and later trained at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art on a Fulbright grant. She also performed on Broadway and continued working in theater and film after leaving the series. In 2021, she published her memoir, Bright Lights, Prairie Dust, reflecting candidly on her life and career. As of August 2026, Karen Grassle is 84 years old. Her legacy remains defined by grace, strength, and a portrayal of motherhood that continues to resonate across generations. Melissa Sue Anderson brought sensitivity, quiet strength, and remarkable emotional depth to Mary Ingalls, the eldest daughter, whose journey became one of the story's most moving arcs. Born on the 26th of September, 1962, in Berkeley, California, she was just 11 when audiences first saw her, in the role in 1974. With her expressive blue eyes and restrained, natural performance, Anderson made Mary feel intelligent, responsible, and deeply human, especially as the character faced blindness, loss, marriage, and the challenges of building a new life. Her work earned her a Primetime Emmy nomination in 1978 for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, making her the only cast member nominated for acting on the show. After leaving the series, Anderson continued working in television and film, appearing in projects such as Happy Birthday to Me and The Equalizer. She later became a Canadian citizen and published a memoir reflecting on her years as a child actress. As of August 2026, Melissa Sue Anderson is 63 years old. Her legacy remains tied to a performance defined by grace, resilience, and an emotional honesty that made Mary's triumphs and heartbreaks unforgettable. Alison Arngrim brought sharp humor, fearless energy, and surprising vulnerability to Nellie Oleson, the spoiled and often cruel girl viewers love to hate. Born Alison Margaret Arngrim on the 18th of January, 1962, in New York City, she was just 12 when audiences first saw her in the role in 1974. With her piercing expressions, comic timing, and unforgettable clashes with Laura Ingalls, Arngrim turned Nellie into one of television's most recognizable young antagonists. Yet as the character matured, especially after meeting Percival Dalton, she revealed a softer and more compassionate side that gave Nellie unexpected depth. Off-screen, Arngrim formed close friendships with Melissa Gilbert and Steve Tracy, whose battle with AIDS later inspired her longtime HIV/AIDS advocacy. She also became an outspoken advocate for child protection and published her acclaimed memoir, Confessions of a Prairie Bitch, in 2010. As of August 2026, Alison Arngrim is 64 years old. Her legacy remains inseparable from a character whose mischief, humor, and remarkable transformation made her impossible to forget. Dean Butler brought warmth, sincerity, and quiet confidence to Almanzo Wilder, the hard-working young farmer whose relationship with Laura became one of the story's most important later chapters. Born on the 20th of May, 1956, in Canada and raised in Northern California, he was 23 when he joined the cast in 1979. With his gentle manner, easy smile, and natural chemistry with Melissa Gilbert, Butler made Almanzo feel dependable, patient, and deeply devoted, while still allowing the character's pride and stubbornness to surface during difficult moments. Their long courtship and eventual marriage helped guide Laura from adolescence into adulthood and gave the series a new emotional direction. Before landing the role, Butler studied communication arts at the University of the Pacific and made his first major screen appearance in the 1978 adaptation of Forever. He later acted in The New Gidget and gradually moved behind the camera as a producer and director, creating documentaries connected to Laura Ingalls Wilder's legacy. In 2024, he published his memoir, Prairie Man, My Little House Life, and Beyond. As of August 2026, Dean Butler is 70 years old. His legacy remains closely tied to a character remembered for loyalty, tenderness, and enduring love. Matthew Labourteau brought sensitivity, intelligence, and remarkable emotional depth to Albert Ingalls, the troubled orphan whose journey into the Ingalls family became one of the series' most heartfelt storylines. Born Matthew Charles Labourteau On the 8th of December 1966, in Los Angeles, California, he was 11 when audiences first saw him as Albert in 1978. With his expressive eyes, natural vulnerability, and strong chemistry with Michael Landon, Labyorteaux made Albert feel both resilient and deeply human. A boy shaped by hardship who gradually discovered trust, belonging, and the meaning of family. Before taking on the role, he had already appeared in the series as a young Charles Ingalls and acted in John Cassavetes' acclaimed film, A Woman Under the Influence. After leaving Walnut Grove, he starred in the television series Whiz Kids and the horror film Deadly Friend, before building a long career as a voice actor for animation, films, and video games. As of August 2026, Matthew Labyorteaux is 59 years old. His legacy remains closely tied to Albert, a character whose courage, vulnerability, and longing for a family made him one of the show's most unforgettable young figures. Lindsay and Sydney Greenbush brought innocence, sweetness, and natural childhood charm to Carrie Ingalls, the youngest daughter whose gentle presence became a familiar part of the Ingalls family. Born Rachel Lindsay and Sydney Robin Greenbush on the 25th of May 1970 in Hollywood, California, the identical twins were just 4 years old when the weekly series began in 1974. Taking turns in the same role allowed them to share demanding filming schedules while giving Carrie a seamless presence on screen. Their most famous moment came during the opening credits, when Carrie tumbles down a grassy hill, a fall performed by Sydney that became one of television's most recognizable images. The sisters remained with the series for 8 seasons, essentially growing up before the audience. After leaving acting, both pursued quieter lives away from Hollywood. Lindsay explored interests, including horses and accounting, while Sydney became involved in rodeo and the equestrian world. They have since reunited with former cast members at anniversary events, celebrating a childhood that remains deeply connected to generations of viewers. As of August 2026, Lindsay and Sydney are 56 years old. Their legacy endures through Carrie's innocence and the unforgettable warmth they brought to the Ingalls family. Jonathan Gilbert brought mischief, humor, and youthful energy to Willie Alison, the troublesome younger brother whose playful behavior often added comic relief to life in Walnut Grove. Born Jonathan J. Gilbert on the 28th of April, 1967, in Los Angeles, California, he was just 7 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1974. With his mischievous expressions, quick reactions, and natural chemistry with Alison Arngrim, Gilbert made Willie more than simply Nellie's little brother. Though often spoiled, impulsive, and caught up in his sister's schemes, Willie gradually matured into a kinder and more responsible young man, allowing viewers to watch him grow up across the entire run of the series. Off-screen, Gilbert is the adopted brother of Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura Ingalls. After leaving acting, he earned a bachelor's degree from Hamilton College and an MBA in finance from Baruch College, before working as a stockbroker in New York. After decades away from the spotlight, he reunited with former cast members at the 50th anniversary celebration in 2024. As of August 2026, Jonathan Gilbert is 59 years old. His legacy remains tied to a character whose humor, mischief, and gradual maturity made Willie an unforgettable part of Walnut Grove. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Little House on the Prairie cast and the heartfelt stories behind their unforgettable characters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, most emotional moment, or most memorable scene from Walnut Grove in the comments. See you in the next video.